What is going on, guys? We are back, stepping into our week 5 battle. This time we're facing Nip, who is 0-4. We are 3-1, and we are trying to get back on the winning side of things. So, very quick, it's going to be Sand versus Sun. He has a Charizard-Y team, and this should be a pretty easy battle to prepare for. So, I fully expect him to bring Charizard-Y, Darmanitan, Blissey, Venusaur, Galarian, Zapdos, and the last Pokemon. At first I thought he might bring Blacephalon, but Nidoqueen kind of runs through my team, so I have to be careful of that. Nidoqueen is actually my biggest threat. I feel ability to click Ice Beam, Earth Power, stuff like that. So Ice Beam and Earth Power kind of concern me. So I'm going to bring Mega Tyranitar, Rock Polish with the Stealth Rock. We might lead with it. I'm definitely going to bring Dragalge this week. I think Spadef Dragalge makes a lot of sense. Scarf Mienshao kind of helps me throughout the whole match. You know, we could click Rock Slide, RU turn out, close combat for Blissey. You know, I thought Choice Scarf Mienshao was a no-brainer this week. Zapdos is coming strictly for Galarian Zapdos. It'll be a Zapdos versus Zapdos battle. Other than that, I don't like Zapdos this week, to be honest. I don't think Fini makes a lot of sense, but I fully expect like a Steep Powder spam kind of matchup, so we got to be careful for that. And last but not least, in the few practice matches I've done, I struggle against his poison types. I'm actually very, very terrified of Venusaur and Nidoqueen, so I needed my Psychic type to come for that. We're gonna bring a Calm Mind, Rest, Psyshock, Cresselia. So that is all I have for you guys. I'm gonna try to keep these short and simple and sweet. So I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Let's get it. Let's get back to the winning ways. Okay, we're stepping into our battle this week, week 5 against Nip. I'm going to lead with my Choice Scarf Mienshao. I outspeed like all of his team. I'm either going to click a move. Well, I'm going to click a move, but I'm most likely going to U-turn unless he gives me a reason not to. He ends up bringing most of what I predicted, except he, instead of bringing Nidoqueen, he brought his Blacephalon. So, I'm fine with that, you know. That's why we have Mega Tyranitar for pretty much. Even Dragalge kind of handles that quite well, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to lead Mienshao no matter what, and we'll go from there. So we are recording. He leads Venusaur, and what happens here, this ends up being a very wacky battle, as you can see. He Steep Powders right off the bat, but he doesn't stop there. He doesn't stop there. I go Cresselia, right? He puts my Dragalge to sleep. He actually has a pretty good strategy so far, right? He does Steep Powder and then Growth, right? So I'm figuring, okay, my Dragalge's asleep. I go into Cresselia because Cresselia is here for his poison types, which is only Venusaur here. I thought he'd bring both Nidoqueen and Venusaur, but he does Growth. And what he does here, he goes for Steep Powder again, violating the Steep Clause, right? Normally that would be instant win for me right off the bat, but I didn't want to do that. This guy's not the best battler, no disrespect whatsoever, but he does Steep Powder again, and I go through with it. It should be an instant win for me, but he goes Growth, and then he does Steep Powder again, I feel. So 2 Pokemon of mine are asleep. He wastes my Lumberry, and we Psyshock. I want to see this Venusaur off the field. I knew going into this battle, like I said in team preview, I was scared of his poison types and Darmanitan as well. So I want to get rid of his poison type right off the bat. And as you see, I kind of struggle to do so. So we Psyshock and don't quite knock him off. He Steep Powders again, and he doesn't miss a Steep Powder. Dude, you would think this is like Wide Lens Steep Powder Venusaur. But he never misses Steep Powder here. And this actually gets kind of scary. Keep in mind, there's Steep Claws in this league. If you guys ever want to join this league, season 12 and beyond, keep in mind you can only have, there's Steep Claws. You can only have one Pokemon a steep at a time. So I identify he wants to keep spamming Steep Powder, so I go back into my Steeping Dragalge. And there's nothing he could do unless he has Earth Power on his Venusaur, so... he goes for Growth, and I remain... No, I actually knock him out here, so... Dragalge gets a kill. He goes into Charizard, and I identify that I could take him on 1v1. He gets a flinch here on his Aegislash. So what I want to do... doing Sludge Wave should be a 2-hit KO. I believe next turn is a crit. No. I go into Tyranitar, I get rid of his son. That's what happens with Charizard here. It's the Battle of Megas here. Battle of Megas, guys. We got the Charizard-Y this time. We faced all those Charizard-X. Now we have Charizard-Y versus Tyranitar. Mega Ttaranitar. And I could lay up rocks because I know... I could have went for Rock Polish right there, but I know he has Darmanitan in the back. He has Blacephalon in the back. So I want to get rocks up and then go for Rock Polish. And this is where the game gets kind of nasty for our friend Nip here. So we're going to Rock Polish. He does a good amount of damage with that Solar Beam, by the way. I Rock Polish, and we're going to bring the World of Hurt. If we could land our Rock Slides, that is. So we Rock Slide. Tyranitar gets a kill. I don't bring my Mega Ttaranitar often, but when I do bring it, it actually puts in the work. So we're +2 in speed, another kill with EQ. We're gonna outspeed what I presume to be Scarf Darmanitan. Another kill for a third kill for is starting to look nasty. So we switch out. We go into our Mienshao because we want to click close combat. Mienshao gets a kill, and it's just looking nasty, bro. It's looking like this episode will be a 6-0, right? He comes in. He knows. Me and him both know the game's in hand for me. And he's going to throw in the white flag, right? He's going to wave the white flag, I mean. And Dynamax here. So, yeah. It's a funny episode, guys. He Dynamaxes here. He knows the game's in hand. So, that's also a way to forfeit your games, man. Not only the Steep Claws, but Dynamaxing. He knows not to Dynamax. It turns out Nip, he didn't know about the Steep Claws, but he knew Dynamax was illegal, so... it's a 6-0 for me, pretty much, so... I don't know what to say here. This is 6-0, very quick episode, very quick recording. For the first time in a long time, we have an episode under 10 minutes, hopefully, so... That's all I have to say! That's all I have to say is a 6-0 victory for me. Rock Polish Tyranitar for the win. Next week, guys, will be a very... no disrespect to Nip or Cosmo, but next week should be an easy one for me. Another opponent who hasn't won a match yet, so it is what it is. I'll just view the next 2 weeks as a little vacation for me, I guess. I could see myself going 6-1. And then to finish off the season, we have a bunch of very, very tough matchups, like nothing but playoff teams. So, yeah. Yeah, we get a nice little break, so to speak, here. And then we have like a month full of like tough matchups. So, and that's how we win. That's how we win. That's how we finish off the regular season. So, thank you guys. GG's to Nip. I hope going forward he knows about the Steep Claws. I took the time to DM him and, you know, educate him, to notify him about the Steep Claws. So, it is what it is. 6-0 victory for me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one against the #1 Rams fan in our league, Cursed Cosmo. So, I'll see you guys around.